YouTube? This is Mesmerized B. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified every single time I drop that new content, 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 that new content. And today's video will be about my favorite movies. Now we're gonna start off with Christmas movies because this is Vlogmas, but then we're gonna tell about the rest of the movies that I just love. I have a whole list, like a whole list. So let's get right into it. So first, I love the movie Jingle Jangle. That was like a real good kids movie. Lot of music, clearly. Good storyline. I think that was a really good movie. So I'm gonna check that one off on my list. Jingle Jangle. Check that one out. It's on Netflix. It still should be up there, I'm not sure. My next one is Home Alone. It's a classic. Like, if you haven't seen Home Alone, what are you doing? Like, go tune in. Go find it. Home Alone. Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2. Like, literally, Home Alone was that movie. Next, Perfect Holiday. Perfect Holiday was such a good movie. But it gets me confused with Last Holiday because they're both Christmas movies. One's with Queen Latifah, one's with Gabrielle Union and Morris Chestnut. And then the other one is Queen Latifah and Terrence Howard. So both of them on my list. So I'm going to check those off. The Holiday Calendar. I think it's a Lifetime movie, but it's basically she's just going through the actual calendar. It's a cute little holiday movie. It has Diddy's son in it, the oldest son, but it's actually his stepson. But you know, he still claims him as his son. That guy's in there. That's the only like star. It's a Lifetime movie, but it's really good. Love that one. And then the biggest one, the Grinch. Like, I love that movie because he was so mean and everything. And then in the end, the little girl, she changed him. And that movie's just, I love it. It's so good. And Jim Carrey, great actor for that movie. Like, I'm sure they did it like 1,000 times, but I've seen the one with Jim Carrey. And, oh, excuse me. And I absolutely love it. So those are like my top 6 Christmas movies. I think the one at the top would be Home Alone because that's a classic. That's a classic. Drop down below any of your favorite Christmas movies, but those are mine. Now, my favorite scary movies. Now, trust and believe, these lists can go on forever, but I'm just going to give a few. I'm going to make sure it's not too long, drawn out. So, for my scary movies, which I am a movie like addict, like all I do is watch movies, literally. Obviously, I'm a woman, so I love the Lifetime. I'm super boring, so I love Hallmark and I love Christmas movies. Like, if you know me, you know I love Christmas movies. I can watch Christmas movies all year round. And I'm sure Prom, Hulu, Tubi, YouTube, I've seen probably most of them. Netflix, next. But for the horror movies, here we go. I have Megan. Megan just came out fairly new, but I just love those type of movies where it's just like, it's some sick stuff going on, like really sick stuff. And when she started dancing down that hallway, I know it was on a preview, so you should have seen it. But when she started dancing down that hallway, that was it for me. And then when she started crawling in the woods, that's the way my daughter actually crawls. She never crawled with her knees touching the floor. Really crazy. But when she started crawling in the woods and dancing down that floor or down that hallway, I said, this is my movie. So Megan, the next, it wasn't really scary, but she was crazy. The next one I would say that was scary to me, you know, this is just my opinion, Insidious. So I can do all the like the gore movies, like Saw, Final Destination, like it's crazy. But when they start like singing those nursery rhymes like Freddy, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you, like stuff like that, it just messes with me inside my head or something, and it makes me really scared, really nervous. So Insidious had like bits and pieces of it. For some reason, every Insidious movie that I've seen, the ending is it's really crazy. It's like really dumb, but throughout the movie, you're gonna jump. If you have seen Insidious, I promise you, and you can't tell me that you have not jumped, because they be having some pieces in there and some parts in that movie that's gonna make you jump. Now the next one, Amityville Horror. Amityville Horror, whatever way you want to say it. That was serious. Plus, it was also based on a true story. And I really believe that one. That movie was crazy. But I feel like it was just like maybe a mass killing. But it was still scary. Next, Dead Silence. That movie was also scary. That was also on my list. I thought about some other ones while I was just sitting here. And, but they're not really scary though. I wouldn't say that those were really, really scary, but there used to be one when I was younger, and I think it was Taye Diggs in it, and like another lady, but it was called The Haunted House, and she was the main star. That movie scared me. It was like a ghost. 13 Ghosts? 13 Ghosts was scary. If you've seen that movie was scary. Like, I don't do the ghost type movies. I can do like the gore, like Saws and Final Destinations, like I said before. But if it has like ghosts and stuff popping out, I can't do it. Now, my favorite movies of all categories are, number one, Lion King. I absolutely love Lion King. A bumblebee in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Say what, say what, say what. Like, Lion King, all the songs, every version, 1, 2, 1.5, Simba's Pride, the Beyonce version. I've seen them all. Matter of fact, I have a story where I took my mom to see Lion King in 3D and they only showed the rain at the beginning, the first 5 minutes of the movie, and everything else was still the same. And I still was in a theater. I love Lion King. I have them on DVD. I think they make Blu-ray players these days, but I'm not sure. But I have it on DVD. I have Disney Plus. So I have I love Lion King. The only thing I haven't seen is the musical. I have to go take my daughter for that one. Next, A Walk to Remember. A Walk to Remember is a story between a couple, and she passed away from cancer. It was really, really sad. It makes me cry every time I watch, and I don't know why I continue to watch it. And also, I read the book. So A Walk to Remember. A Walk to Remember. Next, I gotta step back on this one. The movie Grease. Now, my whole family, we know it by heart. Like, my aunt loves it. My dad loves it. Like, we know all the songs. Like, go grease lightning, you're burning up a quarter mile. Grease lightning, go grease lightning. Like, it's a family tradition. Go check out my other video for family traditions, because I dropped one about traditions. But Grease is something I grew up with. Grease, I know all the songs. Grease, I've seen in and out. Grease, I know the words. Grease might be right underneath Lion King, seriously. Next is Pocahontas. I don't know all the words of Pocahontas. I only know a few of the songs, but I just love Pocahontas. I just love that movie. Next, White Chicks. Absolutely love White Chicks. I know that one word for word. Like, word for word. Let me see if I can think of a part. Oh, you want to talk about mothers. Oh, it's mother time. Like, don't get me on my acting, okay? Because that's not what I went to school for. But White Chicks. I love White Chicks. Love Jones with Nia Long and Lorenz Tate. Absolutely. Because when he hits it with, what did he say? I'm trying to be the blues in your left thigh, trying to be the funk in your right, or something like that. Or at the end when he be like, this moment right here is all that matters to me. Like, I love that movie. Next, Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball. So you going to prom with Spalding or whatever she say. Like, when I tell you I know that one, word for word. Like, word for word. You know, so many parts in Love and Basketball, so I have like my mind just jumbled up of like what part I could tell y'all. But if you've seen it, you know. You should know all the parts. It's a classic. Like, literally, Love Jones, Love and Basketball, classics. I know everybody say Friday, classic, Set It Off, stuff like that. Those are my classics. Meet the Millers. So Meet the Millers is about a family that's going across, I guess, going across the states, carrying stuff to get somewhere else. But it's hilarious when I tell you. Hilarious. When the boy gets on a bus and start rapping to Left Eye's part to TLC's, what's the song? Waterfalls. You gotta see it. If you have not seen it, tune into, I believe it's probably like on Prom, because I think you're probably gonna have to buy it. But it's called We're the Millers. Last but not least, so it's a movie that I watched recently that's been out, but I've never seen it. It's with Kevin Hart. It's called Wedding Ringers. Is it Wedding Ring? Yeah, it is Wedding Ringers. When the man said you put the lime in the coconut and mix it all up. Oh my God. And he starts singing it. That movie is my favorite. I've literally have watched it consecutive days, over and over and over. And then I think it became unavailable because I think maybe a subscription ran out. It's either like Prime Video or something that's on, or I think it was free and then I gotta pay or something, but I will pay for it 1,000 more times. I actually need to pay for it or find it somewhere so I can watch it. I literally, no lie, I've probably seen it 20 times within 2 months. I love that movie. Now, Kevin Hart has really great movies, but that one for me, that one's top tier. Now, I wouldn't say it was going to get like an Oscar or anything like that, but as far as being funny and saying that Kevin Hart acted his ass off, oh my God. When he said he was going to be Bitch the Preacher, or what was it? I can't even think of it. Big, that's what it was. Big. If you know the movie, you know. That movie is my ultimate favorite. But those are just some of my holiday movies, some of my horror movies, some of my all-time favorite movies. But we had to start off with holiday because it's Vlogmas. And if you have top movies, any category, drop them down below. And make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified every single time I drop that new content. And stay tuned for the next video.